Welcome to my Carnivlog channel. My name is Steve. Hi. And I'm in a rut. This is my cat. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey. Say hi. This is Mitch. Hey, buddy. I'm going to put you down now. Yep. Okay. That might happen a lot. Anyway, so this is kind of just off the cuff. I just want to talk to you about being in a rut, what I'm doing about it, how I got there. Normally I'll have some type of outline that I kind of go over just so I don't forget anything that I want to say. But today I don't. All I have right now is, well, my cat and my Keep Pushing Forward mug from the Intentional Carnivore, Shaun White. So yeah, I've found myself in a rut over the past couple of weeks. So when I say that I'm kind of feeling like I'm going through a rut right now, to me it feels like when I'm in that rut is that I'm on autopilot and that I'm going through everything on based on a schedule as opposed to something I'm focused on and driven to do. And there's an element of joy that is lost when I do that. And I haven't heard of anybody talking about this, so I wanted to talk about it a little bit because part of me feels like maybe I'm the only one, but there's another part of me that thinks there's no way that I'm the only one, that other people feel the same way as I do. And it's not just about the carnivore diet. It can be about absolutely anything. It could be in your career, in your marriage or your relationships, your family, friendships. I mean, it could be absolutely anything. And so, so this is kind of about how I'm feeling and what I'm doing to get out of it. So as far as where it started, I think that it has its roots back to when I first started the carnivore program, because there were so many gaps that I had when I made that change of things that I was no longer concentrating on. And it all has to do with food. So like, I wouldn't be thinking all day at work, what am I going to have for dinner? And then after having dinner, what are we going to do, what are we going to do for snacks? And what am I going to have in the morning for breakfast? And then when I'm on my way to work, I'm thinking about, okay, what are we going to do for lunch? Where we're going to go? And then, and the cycle just continues. And, then on Fridays, I'm thinking about, okay, what are we going to do for dinner for Friday night? All the meals on Saturday and Sunday. Are we going to do like any type of like party foods that it's just snacking all day? Those are things that just it stopped taking up my time, and so in that time I didn't put anything meaningful or it was just filled with junk. Not junk food, just junk. So, and that has kind of, I kind of kept that going over the past, several months to the point where I'm at now. So, I was talking about this to my friend Michael and kind of how I was feeling. And I remembered that years ago, I came up with this plan on how to get myself out of the rut I was in at the time. And every time I followed this plan, it has worked every single time. And like I said, it's a very mindful exercise to do. And it's something that I'm going to get back into the habit of doing. And I'm going to go through it with you today because I've been working on it over the past week, and I'm through step 1 of the 3 steps. But I can already see the progress that's happening, and the more of a purpose-filled existence, and I'm doing things intentionally again. So. But the process, what I did end up calling it is is life pruning, and it came about because I was, at the time, I was the head groundskeeper of a hospital in Chicago, and I would spend a lot of time pruning these bushes around the facilities, and it's just mind-numbing work. There are so many of them, and I'd spend probably a full week every little bit just going in and taking care of these things. So, but it's very clear and beneficial to go through. And so I'll just get into it. So step one in the process is actually getting into the bush, and it is taking out all of the dead twigs and the dead branches, things that just have no signs of life and they're just there. So the equivalent to that, when I go ahead and start this process, is step one is getting into all the aspects of my life that are just there. They're not benefiting me at all. They're not really giving me any sense of joy. They're not giving me any type of encouragement. So I get rid of those things. And I determine that by, at the end of each day for 4 or 5 days, I will sit down at the end of the day and write down everything that I've done, every single thing, so I can see patterns that are happening. So typically, for me, it's really easy on the weekdays to do, because Monday through Friday I might work, so that takes up like 10 hours. So drive to work, go home. But then after that, it's all the things that take up those last hours of my day. And then I go ahead and find out what I'm doing typically to waste my time. And I get rid of those things. The things that are just dead wood, really. And so and typically this is the most difficult part. This time, when I did it, I found the things that take up most of my time and are most of my energy drain and my drain of my joy and happiness are, number one, video games. Yeah, I'm 51, almost 52 years old, and I still play Call of Duty. But that doesn't do me any good. It doesn't benefit me at all. It doesn't help my relationship with my wife. It doesn't help my focus on my purpose. So I need to get rid of that. Number two, I found that I was just wasting so much time on my cell phone, and for nothing. Like, I go in and I take a look at some YouTube videos and learn more things about carnivore. I go into Dr. Barry's app and learn some things, but then I'd be back into YouTube and Facebook and things that just, it didn't help me at all. It was just a time and energy drain. And then after that, my third thing was, what was my third thing? Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, my third thing, binging on TV shows. I mean, we'd sit down and we'd have dinner and watch maybe a show. Our most recent one we watched was Breaking Bad. And so we'd watch a show while we were eating. And then after that, let's watch another one. Oh, what happens next? And we would just go through the rest of our night doing that. I mean, the only thing that I intentionally put into my days were the workouts that I did, the exercise, because I'm doing 75 hard with a group of people, and making sure that I got some reading in, which is like 10 pages a day, and water. But it was part of that routine. So if I am able to go ahead and remove the video games and the phone time and this binge watching, then there's so many other things that I could put into that I can enjoy again, that I can go ahead and focus on and look forward to. So one of the things that I was talking to Teresa about it the other day that we're going to do is we're going to get our membership back at the gym. We let it lapse for like a month, so we're going to get our membership back at the gym, and I'm going to start going and lifting weights. That's something that I've wanted to do. When I was at the meetup in South Carolina, I was talking to Kip about it. So that's been a while, and I haven't done anything about it, but I'm going to go ahead and start doing that now. Going forward, we are not going to be watching TV and binge watching anything over dinner. We're going to take that into our dining room. That's what it's for, and have dinner and talk about our days. Even though we work at the same place and we drive back and forth together, and we talk about work all the time. But we talk about our days and talk about what we're expecting for the next day, and maybe plans that we want to have for the weekend or vacation or anything like that. So that's one of the changes that I'll be making. That also will take up kind of wash out some of that phone time, because I'd be watching TV and doing stuff on my phone and just mindless stuff. And then the video games. The video games. It's something I don't want to give up completely. So it's going to be a period of time that I set aside as, okay, this is the time that I can play video games, and this is the amount of time I can do it. So maybe it's going to be like, I think we said like 1 hour on Saturday mornings, or 1 hour on Sunday evenings. It just might work out like that for us. So I'm excited about those changes. So that is step one. Step two has to do with going back in after all the dead is cut out. You take a look at the parts of the bush that are still alive, and you're going to find that there are some that are going to be in danger eventually. So there are going to be twigs and branches that are rubbing up against each other that will go ahead and cut the bark off and end up killing that branch. So you look at ways to preemptively, you pick which one of those branches that you want to survive, and you get rid of the other one. And so over the course of this weekend is what I'm going to be working on, is thinking about that type of thing. What are things that are beneficial, but they might kind of kill each other off? And kind of making the decision of, where am I going to spend my focus? Where am I going to spend my energy? What is going to be the most beneficial for me, for Teresa, for our family, for life? And then lastly, the third thing, which will come probably next week and during the weekend, is to you step back and you take a look at what you have. And you're looking at it more at a aesthetics standpoint. How does it look now that you have these empty spots from all the things you've cut out, and it might look a little mangy, but kind of how you're going to shape what you have left. And that is, a lot of people, they go in for that first. They go in for the appearances. They go in for I got to get these nice clothes. I got to get, this car, this house, whatever it is, these great, big, huge vacations, so that I aesthetically look like I'm winning. All right. So, sorry, Charlie Sheen. Anyway, but that's something that after everything is healthy, then you go ahead and take a look at the aesthetics, and you do it based on what you want and not what you expect other people that they want. And so that's something that I will definitely be learning to do, because a lot of times I don't know about you, but a lot of times when I look at that aesthetics, I look at it from somebody else's viewpoint. And I don't want to do that anymore. So I'm done with that. I'm sick of it. And this is my life, and I want to live it the way I want to. So But yeah, so that is kind of where I'm at. The whole rut and trying to get out of it, and getting out of it, the steps I'm taking to do it. I love you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by my Carnivlog channel. My name's Steve, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Thanks.